Hello, babies.
Hi! Oh, children, enfants, infants, babies. What if all our listeners were just babies?
This is a podcast for babies.
Bye, babies.
Bye, babies. Today we're talking about...
welcome to Hot Topic with Pickle and Bailey. I'm Bailey.
And Pickle.
We are so excited to be back after our long vacation, which was just a regular week passing by because we didn't take a vacation.
It does feel like it's been a while.
It always feels like it's been a while.
I don't know why.
I think that's just because life is moving so slowly.
Is it? I was going to ask you if you have any updates, any life updates.
No life updates. Pride is over, so everyone's forgotten about us.
Yeah.
Again.
I'm so sorry.
It's a nice rest. But things are good. Things are good in the world of Pickle.
It's good.
Just hanging in there. What about you?
I'm doing well. I got a new job and I'm getting scuba certified. I did half my scuba certification.
Bailey is of the sea now.
I'm of the sea. Okay, so when I was getting certified, oh my God.
So you got certified?
So I did half of my certification and I'll do the other half this weekend. But we did our first open water dive and we went to Catalina. And on the boat to Catalina, I got so sick. I was so seasick.
No.
And I was like violently ill. Like throwing up.
Off the side?
Yeah, I was throwing up over the side of the boat.
You're allowed to do that?
I mean, what's the alternative?
Going to a bathroom like a dignified person.
I would never go to a bathroom on one of those boats. They smell terrible.
You're just vomiting. Some person is sitting there trying to enjoy an espresso and you're just like...
Yeah, literally, that's what
sobbing.
happened. But my one of my dive partners, he's an EMT. And so he was just like so quick. He like held my hair back and he had like napkins
held
ready.
My hair back and he railed me on the side of the boat.
He's very cute. He did when we did our first
DMT.
dive. What?
Like dick.
Dick.
Medical tyrant.
It could still just be EMT, and like E could just be like erect.
Erect? That's weird.
Erect medical tech.
Erect medical tech.
I don't know.
Okay, so he helped you.
He helped me, and it was so nice. And yeah, I was just like super, super sick. And 30 minutes before we were like done with the boat ride, they were like, "All right, get your suits on, get your wetsuits on." And I'm like, "I'm not well. I can't even stand up.
You're
I
like,
feel so sick."
I'm sick.
I'm like, I'm
How
sick.
many of you are there?
There's probably like 20 or 30 people on the
Whoa.
boat. But like in
All
my
getting
group,
their...
there were 4.
Oh, getting certified?
A lot of them were getting certified. A lot of them were already like certified and they were just going for the dive.
So did you meet any fish?
Yeah. I met a lobster.
What did they say?
Didn't say much.
They were like, "You're doing your comedy wrong."
Yeah, they booed me.
Imagine the fish. You'd go down there and one of the fish is like, "Oh my God, I follow you."
Yeah, the fish is just like, "Hey, I think your delivery is really strong. I think you could work on your material."
Wow. Bailey did the anonymous link survey on Instagram and it really struck a chord.
It didn't even... Listen.
Bailey got upset when people submitted anonymous feedback as per the link suggests.
It is only for saying that you have a crush
It's
on
only...
me.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the funny thing about that anonymous link on Instagram is that the only thing people are doing is wanting people to tell them that they're hot and that they're secretly loved.
That's why I did it. That's
why we all would do it. That's why I haven't done it.
Yeah.
That's why we all would do it. But really, the link is inviting unsolicited feedback.
Yeah.
All anonymous things.
Which is fair.
Unsolicited feedback.
Which is fair.
I won't do it.
Okay, well, you don't have to do it.
I won't.
I will do it for you.
You do it for me. It's all negative.
No.
Because, I mean, obviously the first thing I think, the first thing anyone thinks and hopes when they see an opportunity for an anonymous link or something like that is like, oh, people are going to admit that they have a crush on me.
Yeah.
Which for you is like, everyone has a crush on Bailey.
Wink. Wink. My mask. Oh, I got fake eyelashes. That's another thing I did.
Are those
like
eyelash extensions?
Yeah, they are.
They look great.
Thank you. I really, really like them. And they just got stuck to my mascara when I winked.
Oh.
But they stayed on so well. I got them for scuba diving because I wanted to look cute in pictures if I took pictures underwater.
I know. I was about to be like, Why?
To look
I got them for
the
scuba
fish.
diving because they help with the aerodynamics.
Yeah, they help you
the
sort
wisps kind of help you glide to the bottom of the sea.
They stayed on so well, like.
So you go underwater, right? And you're like
fully
wet,
underwater.
But like you're in a machine.
You're not in a machine.
You're in gear.
You're in gear, but you're all your gear is
what
like
is it? The
tank.
sensation? What does it feel like?
It feels like you're drowning yourself. It feels like you have to voluntarily drown yourself to like descend.
That's
so you have the regulator
awful.
in your mouth. So okay, because I was like throwing up, you breathe into this regulator and you can only breathe through your mouth, and it only goes one way. So you can inhale,
so
and
you're
then
just
when you
vomiting into your oxygen tank.
the guy was like, because I was like, hey, I'm really sick. Right before we went under, I was like I was in the water. We
You're
were
like
about to
in
go
the
down,
water, they're about to press down, and
and
you're
I'm
just
throwing
like,
up. I start throwing up. Like right as
in
we're
your
all like,
thing?
no, I take it out and I'm like throwing up at the surface.
oh my god!
And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Imagine the other people just like.
A lot of people were throwing up. It was not a great boat ride down. It was really rough. So a lot of us were throwing up.
Oh well, so you weren't alone. I was
No.
imagining just Bailey just vomiting,
But
and
I was
everyone
the
else
first.
just like, oh my god.
I was the first one to lose it, and it was really vulnerable. But okay, so I'm throwing up, and I'm like, okay, because he was like, all right, everyone go down. I start throwing up. I'm like, sorry. And he's like, it's fine. Just so you know, when we go under, if you have to throw up and you're underwater,
You'll die.
Throw up into your regulator. Throw up into it so you don't drown. And I was like, what? Should I just not do this? He's like, no, it's fine.
He's like, no, we can lose you.
You signed a waiver.
One more
We're
body.
not liable. Yeah.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah. So it was like really intense. But
You
I
go
was
down
fine.
there, there's just a bunch of skeletons.
Yeah.
That look like they've been vomiting.
They all have eyelashes.
They all have false eyelash. They all have eyelash extensions. Just hundreds of Baileys that have come before you.
Just exactly.
He's like, oh, we have a place for you.
we got another one.
We got another one. Bottom hoe.
But it's crazy. So when you go down, you let all of the air out of your vest, out of your buoyancy control device.
Okay, so you are wearing like a machine.
Well, yeah. Technically.
Buoyancy control device sounds very mechanical to me.
It's compressed air, so it's like there's nothing mechanical necessarily, but it's just air that you put in from your tank into your vest and then also into your
Yeah, but I couldn't just put on a sweater vest and do the same thing.
Well, not just a sweater vest.
Just me in a sweater vest. She said it wasn't a machine. Said it could be any vest. Drowning.
You're at the bottom of the ocean.
How
did I get here?
So wait, are you near the island?
Yeah.
You're on land.
We're not
so
on
you're not
land.
like,
We jump off the boat into the ocean.
but you're near the island.
Yeah,
Because that's
we're
where all
near
the fishies.
Yeah, I went 30 feet deep. That was the deepest I went. And then this certification, so this weekend I'll do 60 feet.
And so it's a test? They're testing you, or?
Yeah, there are like certain things you have to do. Like when you're underwater, you have to let water into your mask. So you have to like let it kind of like fill up. And then you have to clear it, which is crazy. I didn't know
And
you
they
could
watch
clear
you
it.
do that to make sure you know.
And you're like sitting on the ocean floor and
just like.
yeah, like you all take turns doing it because that's something that can happen, and it's something that if you're not prepared for it can make you panic and can make you drown. So you have to like do it.
Oh God, don't drown.
I won't drown. I'm a great swimmer. It's truly the whole thing is just like.
Well, but when you're down there, isn't it the pressure that'll get you?
Yeah, but you learn. You have to equalize. You have to blow
You're
air
talking
into
science now. We haven't all studied the manual of
There is a
how
manual.
to be underwater.
You just have to adjust for the pressure.
Tell
as you're
us
going
about
under.
the fishes.
I saw a lobster. I saw 2 jellyfish. I saw
Are
2
they
worms.
clear? Is the water clear?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm imagining murky water.
No, it's not murky. It's not that
not
murky.
murky?
No, it's pretty clear. You can see a lot.
Are the fish like looking at you like, God, they're back? They must be so used to it.
They're just like kind of chill. They're just like, honestly.
They probably can't see you.
Don't touch me. Yeah, they're not aware of almost anything.
They're just.
They're not smart.
Oh, to be a fish.
But Catalina's cool. It has a kelp forest that you can swim through, so it's like this underwater like
fantasy.
forest. It's fucking amazing. Yeah.
That's nice. And you're just gonna be one of those people now that's like, now I'm off to Challenger Deep.
Yeah.
I need to get to the bottom of the Marina Trench.
Yeah, I have to.
You're gonna start
go.
dating James
I'm
Cameron.
so busy. What
for
if I
his
start
scuba
dating
equipment.
him?
I would love that. Can you start dating James Cameron? That is one step closer to me being the first drag queen in the Avatar sequel.
Oh my god.
The first
James,
Pandora.
if you're listening to this, is he single?
James, are you a listener? He can't be single. James Cameron?
I don't think he is, but I am going to look.
There's no way. Anyway, we haven't even mentioned the topic for the theme for today.
I just typed in James Camera.
Great.
Okay, we should
so
talk
the
about
theme today is
revenge.
All right.
What do you know about revenge?
What do you know about revenge? I feel like revenge is just something that I've experienced in books, and films. I feel like it's interesting because I don't come across a lot of like revenge is a very heightened, dramatic thing. It's sort of like legacy or like.
I don't feel like I'm calculated enough to do revenge.
Like, do you know people who enact schemes of revenge?
Like, no, not really.
I've met people that have weird
revenge things.
Schemes.
Like, against whomst?
I don't know. I feel like you have to be so petty and vile to like actually
to do revenge.
Follow through with revenge.
Well, but I also, and on the other side of that, I hate when people say things like, the best revenge is a life well lived. Like, go fuck yourself.
No, the best revenge, as evidenced by all Shakespeare plays, is stabbing someone in the chest.
It's stabbing. It's knife stabbing.
It's knife stabbing.
It's not a life well lived.
Or baking them into pies.
Yeah.
That's revenge.
Is that what Sweeney Todd is about? Is that a revenge story?
Sweeney Todd is a revenge story, yeah.
Totally
because the judge, like...
killed his wife.
No, rapes his wife, and then she becomes a crazy homeless person.
Right.
And then
but he doesn't know that. He thinks she's dead.
He takes Sweeney's daughter, Joanna, as a ward, and then plans to marry her. So Sweeney comes back after being in prison for like 20 years, and is like, revenge. It's all about revenge. And then he does get the revenge, but he also kills his wife.
Yeah, it's a little gift
and
of the
Joanna
Magi.
goes mad.
Yeah.
A little.
It's like a little. Like, you got what you wanted, but now it doesn't matter.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect analogy.
In the gift of the Magi, they don't slit anyone's throat.
Yeah,
it's
but
sort
it would
like
be
a
better
soft...
if they did.
I agree. Everything would be better.
Yeah, okay. We'll rewrite the gift of the Magi.
But, interestingly, the pie thing, the baking into pies, that happens in Titus Andronicus, too, which I brought up earlier.
God, you love to talk about this.
I love Titus Andronicus. It's Shakespeare's first tragedy, and it's all about revenge. I am revenge, sent from the infernal kingdom.
It's so sexy when you say it like that.
She does revenge drag. This character like dresses up as revenge and is like, but like they all know that it's her. So it's actually quite funny because she thinks that she's tricking everyone.
And she's not?
And she's not.
What does that mean that she dresses up like revenge?
She literally like puts on a mask and like tentacles and is like, hello! Because she thinks that Titus is going crazy, but forgets that the reason Titus is going crazy is because everyone's like trying to make Titus go crazy, but he's not actually going crazy.
Oh.
So they're like gaslighting him, but then I think she forgets that they're gaslighting him or something, and she's like, she like dresses up with her two like crazy rapist twin sons.
Oh my god.
As revenge, and then they dress up as rape and something else bad. Murder.
You couldn't have made it today.
And
just like 30 Rock.
Just like 30
Titus
Rock.
Andronicus.
Not really tenable to a modern audience. So Tamara, the character, is like up in. She like literally is like in a costume and looks very silly. And Titus like plays along and is like, "Oh, revenge! Tell me more." And she's like, "Ooh!" And then he kills her sons and bakes them into pies and feeds them to her.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And then stabs her.
Oh, that's cool.
Just for good measure.
Well, that's fine. This is nothing. What I'm about to say is nothing. But what that reminds me of...
The gift of the Magi?
No. Every inference I can possibly make is just gift of the Magi.
It just all goes back to the gift of the Magi.
No, what I was going to say is, what made me think of it is that he kills, like, the mom and the kids. And I was just, this sucks that I'm going to say this because it's just nothing. But I hate an omelet that has chicken in it. I'm like, ew, this is the whole family.
Wait, what?
Okay, have you ever had an omelet that has chicken in the omelet?
Oh, because it's like the mom
Yeah.
and the children.
I'm like, why would I want this?
But
like,
eggs aren't they're not fertilized eggs.
That doesn't matter to me.
Just any eggs like
Any
a child.
eggs, yeah.
Oh, so you're pro-life.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first on the pod.
On the pod.
Bailey is staunchly in favor of pro-lifetism.
Pro-lifetism.
Yes, it is weird to eat. Well, who takes an omelet with chicken?
I don't know. I just saw it on a menu one time.
That's gross.
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting.
There's just like, that just doesn't seem like a good pairing.
I agree, and I don't think it is. I don't know. Steak and eggs makes more sense.
I agree. A cow and
a cow and a chicken
baby.
They're not related. They could never love.
They could never love, so they're appropriate to eat.
Yeah.
at
That's
the
how
same
I
time.
can think about my food. If these two foods, it's not even if they touch, it's if they could love before they were dead.
If they could love.
Then I don't want
Do
it.
chickens feel love?
I don't know. I had pet chickens when I was growing up. I had a pet rooster that would like follow me around.
Oh, did it ever turn to you and go,
I
I feel love?
No. It actually turned on me. It like pecked me
Pecked
really
you.
hard. We had to get rid of it. Yeah.
So they feel hate.
They feel hate.
Feel vengeance.
Oh, okay. Let's check our.
Stops working.
It immediately.
It overheard us. Was like, okay, they're not checking anymore.
All right, should we do our first topic?
Yeah. Oh, remember. Gosh, we are really
What?
not telling people things. Remember, when you hear this bell, it means that we are moving on to a new topic that is related to our theme today, which is revenge.
Revenge.
So, Bailey, would you like to pick our first topic?
I would love to.
Well, good. Then do it.
I'm doing it.
I'm trying.
I'm trying. Okay. What? Favorite
fictional revenge.
Oh, favorite fictional revenge. Okay, favorite fictional revenge.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Oh my God, there are so many. There are so many like really good revenge
So
stories.
many movies and books and stuff are about revenge.
I think Princess Bride is my favorite.
Ooh, wait, what happens in that?
Inigo Montoya, he's like, you killed my father, prepare to die, and he spends his entire life becoming this like amazing swordsman, so he can like kill the man who killed his father.
He dedicates his life to revenge.
Yeah, he does.
What does that say about a person?
That they have nothing else going on, that they're super bored.
I know he could volunteer, or like, take up macrame.
Yeah.
So many things.
Literally
he could work
anything.
for us, for the pod.
They could... Inigo Montoya, there was nothing stopping him from being our tech.
From being our tech, the pod tech.
The
God
pod
knows
tech.
we need it.
Oh, God knows we need help.
Okay, so Princess Bride. Are there any others that really resonate with you?
I mean, I guess Sweeney Todd. We talked about that.
Do you like Sweeney Todd?
Yeah, I do.
The movie or like?
I've never seen the play, so yeah, the movie.
It's basically the same.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, I really liked it.
Helena Bottom Cart. Helena Bottom Cart. What's her name?
Keep going.
Helena Bottom. Helena. But Tom. Carter.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Great. HBC.
HBC. What else? I mean, I feel like there are so many revenge stories. I feel like almost everything is a revenge story. Is Taken a revenge story? Kind of.
I haven't seen Taken.
Oh, you haven't?
They take... Oh, well, that's with Angelina Jolie, right?
No, it's Liam
That's
Neeson.
Changeling.
That's Changeling.
Taken. Do they take his children?
His daughter gets kidnapped.
Okay.
And then he goes after.
Yeah, that's revenge.
Yeah, but they don't kill her. He just like goes to save her. So it's maybe more of like a search and
that's
rescue.
more of a search and rescue.
Yeah.
Like, that's more, like, it would be revenge if she were killed or something, and then he seeks their... Like, revenge, I think, is important to separate from anything with utility. Revenge is purely emotional.
Pure like hate. Like, you really can't...
Revenge is I think of revenge as being purely ceremonial, purely symbolic, purely emotional. So there can't be a utility.
It's sort of spiritual then.
It is spiritual. It's like the flip side of like spirituality.
Yeah.
Like revenge. Because, like,
it's
in that
dedicated.
case...
You have to dedicate your life to something.
Yeah, there's a task. Like, he needs to get his daughter back.
Yeah.
That is, like, a task.
Yeah.
That isn't necessarily motivated by revenge, but motivated by necessity.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I think we don't come up against revenge that often in real life, because there's such a pragmatism. There's a lack of pragmatism. Like, you know, it's almost how, like, the monarchy in England serves no real purpose, but it's super important and symbolic.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, when have I've never sought revenge.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Yeah. I do think, like, well, we'll get to that later. Like, what is your favorite fictional revenge?
I mean, Titus Andronicus, I think, is pretty spectacular in terms of revenge. I love Inglourious Bastards.
So good.
Really good. When they kill Hitler with a machine gun.
Yeah,
that's
it's so good.
Really satisfying.
It's
and
so
she burns
fucking
them
good.
down. That's good revenge.
Yeah.
And then, although, you know, it's like, again, there's the practical element of it, which is killing Hitler and ending the war. Mm-hmm. But then there's also the revenge layer to it, which is like the theatricality with which they do it. I think that's more like the fact that they shoot him until he has no face.
Yeah.
And the fact that she burns down the theater.
It's not enough to just kill him.
Yeah, that's
it's
where
enough
it becomes revenge.
Totally.
Versus like, okay, we're going to kill Hitler. Like, they could have shot him once.
Yeah.
But then what makes it revenge is the extra.
Totally. It is. It's like theater. It's performative.
Mm-hmm. And that's why it's like, when have I've like, you know, had moments where I'm like, I'm going to seek revenge. Or I've fantasized about revenge.
Revenge fantasies.
As I think we all do.
I think that's like the closest to actual revenge I've ever gotten is just like a revenge fantasy.
Yeah, because then it's like the steps you would have to take to get to the end point of a revenge fantasy.
It's a little much.
It's like a lot. You're dedicating yourself. And I think revenge requires every ounce of yourself.
Yeah.
Is the idea, which is why it's such a good topic for like film and theater and everything.
Yeah, totally.
So I think Inglourious Bastards. What are other great revenge? Anna Karenina does not have revenge in it, interestingly.
No revenge at all? Are you done with it yet?
No, I'm so close. She has been killed. She is dead.
Anna Karenina dies?
Anna Karenina, I know. Sorry to spoil it.
Oh my god.
She does.
Tolstoy's rolling over in his grave.
He's like, no, so many people.
Spoilers!
All the listener of the pod. I don't know. Yeah, I've gotten past her death, which means we're coming to the end. It came out of nowhere.
Really?
I was surprised. I assumed that it would be the last few beats of the book.
No?
No, not. It's like there's a whole section after it.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, so much to unpack. But
what are some more like revenge stories though? I'm like actually kind of racking my brain, and I feel like I'm at a loss.
Kill Bill is all about revenge.
Harry Potter is also about revenge.
Is it?
Voldemort trying to get revenge on Harry.
I don't think that's not revenge though, because it's a practical. He only is obsessed with Harry because he perceives it as being the thing between him and immortality.
No, I don't think that's true.
I think it is. He thinks that he has to kill Harry to ensure his immortality. Because Voldemort's
But he's
drive...
already ensured it literally like multiple times, including Harry, and one of the...
But Voldemort's obsession is with immortality.
You think so?
Not with Harry because he defeated him. He's obsessed with Harry from a practical standpoint. I think
there's more. I think it's more revenge than that. I think if
anything,
both.
Harry is vengeful towards Voldemort. But I think that Voldemort. I think that's what makes Voldemort kind of like an interesting character, is that he's so fearful.
Yeah, actually, that's a good take right now. I think Voldemort, J.K. Rowling's like...
I don't think J.K. Rowling is sophisticated enough to come up with a revenge.
No, but I just think we should be pro-Voldemort.
I agree. Voldemort... Harry is, like, wretched. I don't like Harry.
Fine. He's just rich. He's just a
rich and snotty and actually causes so much more trouble than he prevents. And everyone keeps because once again the world just arranging itself around the mediocrity of a cishet white boy, just like everything should be like around my thoughts, and it's like everyone just like Hermione superior, Ron better. Well, I mean,
Ron's worse in every way, but
yeah, but like Ron
fine.
would actually like
Ron's at
jump
least not
in
rich.
front of Ron would take a bullet.
Yeah, Ron.
Harry's like I don't want anyone to. I don't want anything to go wrong. Harry's a brat.
A perfect Harry Potter.
Thank you. Harry's a brat. He's a sniveling nerd.
Voldemort is the real hero.
Voldemort is the real hero. Voldemort represents all of our fear.
He's an orphan, so is Harry, but Harry's like a rich orphan. It doesn't count. Voldemort, like, didn't have the resources.
Yeah, also,
he was self-made.
The government that Voldemort tries to overthrow is corrupt.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that the kicker? Is that, like, the Ministry of Magic sucks?
Are we Voldemort apologists?
We are definitely Voldemort apologists.
Damn.
And, of course, like, in the movies and everything, they're, like, trying... Because, like, you know, the only thing that people can think of is, like, oh, we'll draw the parallel to Hitler. It's like, everyone's Hitler. It's like, if they're bad, they're Hitler. It's like, no, this is the world that we live in. Like... It's like when people talk about... I'm like, can we stop talking about World War II? We are that country now.
Yeah.
We are those
We're
people.
just doing that.
We are
I like
just
when people
doing
were like,
that.
and the goblins are the Jews. It's like no one... We don't even have to go there.
We don't... Like, we're literally, like, doing all that.
Yeah.
Fine. As our on our own. We don't need to look to Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah. Just look up.
Yeah, like, Hitler sucks. We all know that. Obviously, I'm not, like, negating the significance of the Holocaust. But I'm sick of these suggestions that, like... How did it happen? What? It's like, people are awful.
Yeah, that's how it's happening.
Anyway, so we solved that mystery.
We did. All right, your turn.
My turn. People are like, Pickle doesn't believe in the Holocaust.
You heard it here first.
Pro-life.
Pickle's a
Holocaust denier. Okay, revenge sex.
Revenge sex.
Okay, this is a little bit more like something that I feel maybe happens.
I feel like I've done that.
Have you had revenge sex? Tell me about revenge sex.
I don't know if this exactly qualifies.
What qualifies as revenge sex?
When I was like very like in love with someone when I was like 19. I was like really obsessed with someone. Mm-hmm. And he was just like not really having it.
Luke Perry.
It was Luke Perry. Yeah, it was Luke Perry. No, it was just this... There's this guy, and whenever he, like, when he, like, rejected me eventually, like, we were a thing for a while, and then he was like, I don't want to really date you. I hooked up with and dated his roommate.
Just for revenge.
But then I ended up dating that person for so long that it backfired on me, and he was not
became unrevenge.
It was unrevenge.
And it became unnormal, and it became normal.
Yeah.
Well, revenge in real life is just...
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
No, because we're like revenge. I think requires people to be characters that are able. People aren't characters in real life. Like they're more sophisticated. They're like they can move on. Characters can't move on. Yeah. Unless the author wills it. So it's like a character can be the victim of revenge in a way that a person cannot.
Beautifully said. That's exactly right. Because when you try to do revenge, you really just only hurt yourself. Like, you only end up in a situation that you didn't really want to be in the first place. And it's super inconvenient to your actual life goals. It sets you back a lot for the things that you want as a person. It only
ruins your life. And it doesn't even work. It's like because they will always see from their perspective... Yeah. And be able to move forward. Yeah. Which is why the only real life revenge that could work is murder.
Yeah. Yeah. It's murder, but even that... Okay, even though I said earlier, it's annoying when people say the best revenge is a life well lived. That is actually true. The best revenge is being like, I don't fucking care what you did. I have to, like, align myself with my own goals because that's the only thing that really can serve me. You know?
So the best revenge is letting go of revenge. Because that's not revenge. Revenge is like...
Yeah. Well, what if, like, someone did revenge to you for something? You'd be like, what? What? I don't even...
It would just be so weird, and I probably wouldn't even notice.
Exactly.
Unless they, like, you know, confronted me with a sword.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is for Papa! Then I'd be like, okay, something's happening here.
You're like, what is this about?
But, like, someone, like, conspiring to, like, you know...
Yeah.
Get rid of me, or, like...
I just feel like we both live such inconsequential lives that no one... we wouldn't even know what it was. Seeking
revenge against us.
Yeah, who...
You also have to be, like, pretty despicable to warrant vengeance.
I think, like, what a compliment. If someone...
I know, someone that
trying to do
their
revenge
life
at
obsessing over ruining you.
I go, holy shit, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I never thought
I would, like, be the subject of your revenge.
I never thought I'd be here today. But I am, and it's because of you, and how mad you are.
All of you. I don't think I've ever had revenge sex.
You haven't?
Have I? Well, because revenge sex, I guess you would have to be the only thing you're doing it for is the revenge itself.
Yeah.
You could derive no true pleasure from it, except for in the fulfillment. Didn't you sleep with one of your therapist's sons?
Yeah, but that was...
that wasn't revenge.
That wasn't revenge. That was just like a psychotic thing that happened.
It was kind of a coincidence.
It was a coincidence, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
you didn't seek out the therapist?
No.
Okay.
God,
see, that would have been good revenge.
That would have been perfect revenge.
That would have been good.
But no, he just happened to be in a place where I was, and we found each other attractive. And
made love.
Yeah. Well... You could call it love. It was in a backseat of a GMC.
I'm going to call it love.
Yeah. Okay. It was love. We're in love.
No, I've never had revenge sex.
Really?
I've thought about it. I've wanted to.
What would that be like for you? What would it have been?
Probably demoralizing and unpleasant.
Yeah. But like, what was the event that needed the revenge?
I haven't like been in romantic situations that have affected me to the point of feeling that I require vengeance.
Well, aren't you lucky?
Yes, I am. That's the upside of being alone.
Well, okay, so you said you fantasized maybe about having revenge sex.
I'm sure I've had thoughts of like, I'm gonna. I can't think of any.
What's the instigating event? Inciting event. Is that what it is? Inciting event.
I don't know. I guess what would be revenge sex? Like sleeping with someone's husband.
Oh, yeah. Okay. To get back at them.
To get back at them for something possibly unrelated.
Yeah. Revenge is so
stealing
complicated.
A husband.
I feel like I'm not strategic enough to even think, like, to even plan a revenge.
I can't even plan a meal. Let alone take the steps to dismantle someone's life.
I know. I'm like, I've never won a game of chess, even against a computer on easy mode. Not
I know.
Once.
I've never. Yeah.
I don't know how you would even start.
Useful.
Nothing I've ever done has helped anyone in any way.
So how could I ruin?
How could I ruin if I can't even contribute? All right.
How can I ruin if I can't even contribute? What a great turn of phrase.
I wrote revenge movies, but we already did that, so.
Moving right along.
Long feuds.
Long feuds.
Like a family
feuds.
Like
Are there any
feud.
feuds in your life? Do you have a feud?
I don't think I have a feud. Here's what I will say. My grandma has like a frenemy. She has a frenemy that she's had.
Oh, I love that.
For basically like as
decades.
long as for decades.
It takes a long time to establish that relationship.
It's their animosity towards each other is delicious because they're both like in their 90s now.
It's like what?
So like my grandma got like, you know, back, I don't know when this was, but she got a garage door, like a certain type of garage door.
Oh my God. So
and then like... Betty got the same type of garage door. And my grandma was like, okay, Betty, yeah. And
Betty
then
copied your grandma.
Literally. And this sort of thing like would happen over and over and over again. And like our families are close.
Well, Betty would notice something and be like, "Oh, that's a great idea.
I'm taking it." Yeah, I think they both got like a baby blue like car of some sort. Anyway, so
She's
my
like,
grandma.
Betty, why are you copying my life?
My grandma went into assisted living. And then, like, 2 weeks later, Betty went into assisted living. And my grandma was like, she just can't stop copying me.
Your grandma! And she's like, oh my gosh, straight into the grave. That's what's going to happen. Your grandma's going to die, and then Betty's going to die. And your grandma's going to wake up
and be like,
at the funeral and be like,
knew it.
Betty just can't stop. Everyone's screaming in terror that your grandmother has awakened and is a nightmare.
I did this to see what Betty would do.
Betty, it's all a fake. She faked her death to see if Betty would die, and now Betty's actually dead.
And my grandma's like, finally, peace.
Like,
but then
peace.
Betty rolls over, and Betty's like,
I was faking too. That is amazing. I love I had a little bit of a feud with a friend's boyfriend.
Yeah?
We did not like each other. It was
Why?
one of the rare cases where, like, I get along with most people I meet. Sometimes I meet, but every once in a while, there's someone.
I love when you don't like someone. It's so funny.
And it just, like, I can't do it.
What made you not like this person?
They were so mean and condescending and...
To you?
To me and everyone that we were around.
So they were a horrible person and you just didn't like them.
And I'm a saint.
Yeah.
Well, we would fight. We would just get into fights. I just couldn't... Our chemistry was bad. I'm not saying that they were a bad person. But, like, they were pretty aggressively, like... Oh, you're all... I think, yeah, there was just a lot of insecurity there. On both sides, I'm sure. I'm trying to take ownership for my part in it. But he was kind of a mean-spirited person.
Yeah.
But I have a mean streak for sure.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, he was just like I was like, oh, I want to invite all of you, like, over for dinner, because I'm house sitting. And he was like, oh, I hate it when, like, people, like, we're all, like, pretending to, like, have a dinner party and, like, basically just playing dress up.
Why would you
Which
hate
is
that?
fair.
That's
fun.
Kind
of what we were doing.
That's so fun and pure
but
and
I was
lovely.
like, well, and I would just he was one of those people that I found so insufferable that I would actually, like, confront him. I was like, why would you say that?
What did he have to say?
And we would just fight. He would just be like,
he sounds like a little bitch. I would hate that.
It was at a dark time in my life, so, like, I'm sure that we would glare at each other. Like, it was that bad.
Wow.
It was just, like, bad. Like, we could not be in the same room.
Sammy Mowry, the best.
Yeah, we love Sammy.
We love Sammy.
Friend of the pod.
Sammy, I don't know who told them this, or maybe they coined this phrase, but they're like, anytime that your friend gets a boyfriend, you become co-workers with that person. And you have to find a way to get along with them.
Yeah, that's so accurate. They are
coworker
very
relationship.
on the nose with that.
Yeah, totally.
This was not an amicable relationship. So I feuded with them, and then
Did you do things to poke at them?
Oh, yeah. We would just...
What did you do? I want to hear what you did
buttons.
to this
can't
person.
remember. See, I would confront them about it. I would
just held them accountable?
And I said, yeah, I would say, in an effort to point out their meanness, I would say mean things. I would be like, what did I say that was just so awful? I was like, you have no social grace.
Damn.
I was like, you are impossible to be around.
Wow.
Like, I was just
like... You publicly said that?
In a group. Like, in front of people.
I just said, that is so funny. You're like, this person sucks. Watch how they react to this.
I was like,
You're
literally
awful.
like, you have no grace. I was like, you do not know how to be around people.
Wow.
I just fully, like, confronted him.
What did he say?
Probably like, I know, like, some weird...
I know!
It just, like, turned into, like, a thing. And we were both drunk, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that wasn't great. But so I had a feud with them. There have been very few people, but when I do meet those people, I'm just like, now I have the tools to just not be around them.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can't be around that person.
Remove yourself from the situation.
But I used to, like, just fight back?
I thought of another.
You have a feud?
Sort of like well, I don't know if this counts. This is sort of like a fictional thing, but also like a sort of like, it's a curse.
Oh.
It's holes.
You were hexed?
No. The book.
The curse in holes?
Yeah.
Because it's a feud.
Because it's a feud, right? Like someone's...
That witch.
Dirty, rotten, great pig stealing great grandfather or something, you know what I mean?
What did the story end up being? That they stole something, or they were cursed by that gypsy?
They were cursed by the woman because...
Oh, there's something to do with
it's a pig.
A lynching.
What?
Remember it happened? He was killed by a mob.
Who?
Then there were onions.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. There was that. That's the other storyline, I think.
So many stories.
That's the other storyline. But
why did they...
This is what it was. This man had to carry this pig up this mountain and let it drink from this like certain spring so it would get really strong. Mm. And if he did that, on the last day he had to carry Madame Zeroni up the mountain, and he didn't do that. He didn't hold up his end of the bargain, so she just died and never got to drink from the spring, and so she put a curse on their family. But then instead of inciting revenge, the curse is healed because like generations later,
so the Stanley accidentally fixes it.
Yeah.
Through no...
Yeah, he didn't mean to.
He just does it on accident.
He just accidentally...
Carries Zero up the hill.
Yeah. And also,
feeds him
that
water.
Movie and book slaps. I love
It's such a good book. I loved that book.
Me too. It was the first book I ever sat down and read in one
It was
sitting.
a very sophisticated young adult book.
It's amazing.
It was like great. It was so good. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
One of those good books.
We love
highly recommend. We know that they're hurting. For sales.
The Holes
literally been
family.
On the bestseller list for like decades.
Shall we?
Yes.
It's your turn.
My turn to pick a topic.
You don't like that one?
No, we already did that.
Oh.
Schemes and plots.
Schemes and plots.
We kind of touched on this. Schemes. We're not good at them.
No, we're not.
Let's come up with a scheme.
Okay. Or really quick, who's wronged you?
Who should we enact revenge on?
Only one person comes to mind.
I know who you're thinking of. The one that slept with...
Yeah.
Well, and that's the first person I thought of.
I think we both don't like this person.
Wish revenge on this person.
This is a person who... How much do we want to say about this person?
They're just annoying. To me, they were just annoying. I just found them annoying. One of the few people I've met where I'm like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And made it very clear when she walked away.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was hilarious. And I was like, no, she's great. And then 1 month later, she fucked my boyfriend.
Yeah. And who was right about her?
You were.
Me. I said, I don't like her.
Yeah, and you were right. How do you...
We can't...
And maybe this is sharing too much information, but I clearly don't care. How do you enact revenge on someone who's going to inherit $90 million from their family?
Is that real?
Yep.
She's rich?
Yes.
Why are they so rich?
I don't know.
How do you know about that? Did she say that amount?
No, she didn't.
How did you get that information?
The person who I was dating.
Who betrayed you.
Who betrayed me.
How did he get that information?
I'm sure that she told him.
I'm sure that she was just like...
No. While we were working, we worked at a place at the same time.
This is a person from Core.
It's a person from Core.
Which all bad people in my life are from Core. But then there's Bailey. And Sammy.
Yeah, some really good ones came out of that.
Everyone else awful.
When I first started there, her family had just bought her a house in the hills.
And she really acted like she did that.
Yeah.
I remember being like, wow, what a... It's like
so
like many rich people do that, where they're like, oh, I bought a house, like, this is my house. And it's like, I mean, I get it. Listen, if my family would buy me a house...
I would take it.
Well,
she was
but
my age at the time.
Cheating.
She was like 27 years old.
Cheating
and
to be like, act like you're like setting up this house and that it is your house.
And like, not only, it's a beautiful house in the hills. House. And she like hired an interior decorator to decorate the whole thing.
I'm sure it's still awful because she has no taste.
You said it, not me.
I mean, look at who she slept with.
Okay, well, that's a little bit of a kick in the face to me, but...
Oh, well, but that was like...
That's true.
You're a victim in that story.
I'm a victim, and that's what's important to remember.
Important to remember. And I was always very clear with you on him.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I was always critical of that relationship.
Yeah, you were.
Anyway, how do we enact revenge on someone with a lot of money?
Yeah,
I feel like it's easier to enact revenge
What do you do?
on people like that.
You talk about them on a podcast? And
Well, we're enacting revenge. I know. How petty and sad is it that our 5 listeners are like getting half of the story?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you enact revenge on a wealthy person? They have lots of resources.
Yeah.
You have to somehow take their money. So we have to... Oh, I know what we do.
Okay, go.
We hire a really high-end, like, Swiss escort.
Okay.
Who marries her and then takes all her money.
Okay, perfect. And
That's just so easy.
Okay.
We would have to pay the escort.
Yeah.
So we'd have to, but all revenge requires resources. But that's the easiest way, yeah. Okay. Especially with her, that would be easy. Okay. Like, we just need to hire someone who, like, they have those. They have people that will do that.
Will marry people and then take their money.
Who will literally become other people.
Oh, shit.
It's terrifying.
Oh, my God.
Have you not read Ronan Farrow's Pulitzer Prize winning book, Catch and Kill?
No, I haven't.
There's a person who pretended to be, and this is real life, was hired by a shady organization under the duress of Harvey Weinstein to befriend, I can't remember exactly why, but to befriend this woman, became her best friend. They hired someone who became this woman's best friend.
That's a job you can have?
That is a job you can have, and we'd be great at it.
We would be so good at that.
This is a career, this is Bailey's origin story.
You never see me again.
She became, like, literally, not just like an acquaintance or a friend, best friend and confidant. And then it was all, and then poof, one day, gone, all a lie. And now, I mean, imagine.
Oh, how devastating.
Imagine if, it would literally be like if, like, not me, but someone you've known for a really long time. Mm-hmm. Like, if that person, like someone well, I guess you've known me for years. So it would be like if I were suddenly, like, it was all a lie. It was all fake.
That would be crazy. That would be actually crazy.
It was actually, like, I was, like, hired to, like, discredit you.
Oh my God.
It is exactly like that.
That would be devastating. Okay,
it would be horrifying.
That's the way to do it.
Terrifying.
That's the way to do it.
And we will do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. But I feel like the way with her would be, like, not only to take her money, but to, like, earn her friendship and then to be like...
No, I can't
it was
stand
paid for.
having a conversation with her. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. I know.
So we'll let the escort do all the work. Well, yeah, they will marry her.
Yeah.
And then...
this is so fucked
she's
up.
definitely going to listen to this.
Oh, I don't know.
It'll get back to her.
It'll get back to her.
Well, if you're listening...
Tell her.
I don't care for you. There, I said it.
Hey, listeners, I don't care for you.
The drag queen of the children. The drag queen who's, like, all, like, light and bubbles. Doesn't like one person. And is now plotting to take her down. No, it's all in good fun.
Even talking about this, like, makes me go, oh, it's not worth it. It is not worth it.
It's not worth it.
But,
it's
like,
so not worth it. But that's how you would do it.
That's how you would do it.
That's how you would do it. You would hire... It's fun to think about, but we would never...
It's not even fun to think about. It makes me go, oh...
Now I feel icky.
It feels icky.
Should we just delete this and start over?
Nope, we're not going to.
It's too late, yeah.
The point being that, like, revenge... If you're doing
it
right, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, the moral of the pod today is that if you're doing it correctly, if you're exacting revenge, it doesn't help. It's not good.
Truly.
Revenge is bad. Revenge is reserved for movies and books.
Amen.
And she's not that awful.
She's really bad. I think she's really bad.
She has wronged you.
She
didn't really wrong me. She just kind of irritated me a lot.
She irritated you, which is wrong.
Which is wrong in itself.
Which is inherently
wrong. But I
wrong.
don't find a lot of people irritating.
I know. But, like...
The quality that I found irritating was that it was all, like, she's very fake and very, like... You know, and then she turned around and she did that to you. Because she's, like...
Yeah, okay, so she had sex with the person who I was dating.
Yeah.
His fault, too.
Which
also,
isn't her, like, you know, it's never the third party's fault.
No,
like,
no.
She wasn't in a relationship.
No, but she did use her money to sort of manipulate the situation.
Yeah, she definitely
to where it
paid
would,
for that sex.
She, which is so sad. And also, she, what was I going to say? She, like, sort of, it was a really traumatic thing for me. Like, it was really sad.
Yeah, you didn't like that.
No, I didn't like it at all. It was very
I liked it
upsetting.
because it was vindication.
Oh, this is what I was going to say. She, her Instagram bio said, a girl's girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I didn't like about her. It was all fake.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a person who was just so detached from reality that she just, like, had no idea. Which I like, all personality is great.
Yeah.
It's what bugs me is when people aren't aware of who they are.
Yeah.
That's the quality that does not resonate.
They land
with
on
me.
something that's so far away.
This
from
is
what
the
they actually
person
are.
who walked up to us and said that she just wants, she's like, I'm just seeking chill. Like, I'm just like a chill person. After telling us that she had watched someone wash their hands, counted the amount of seconds that they were washing their hands, and was complaining about the fact that they washed their hands for 22 seconds instead of 30 seconds.
And then
this
I'm a
person
chill
has the
girl.
audacity to turn to me and say that she is seeking chill in this world.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
is obscene.
It was, yeah, it's
I was
pretty
deeply
gross.
perturbed.
It's pretty gross.
I was shaken.
She also, one time on site, I was having, like, a really hard day because of, like, a previous traumatic thing that I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, come over to my house. I'll take care of you. She literally, like, bought me food. She bought me, like, drinks. She, like, hugged me while I was crying. And she was like, I'm here for you literally anytime, anything you need. And then stabbed me in the back. It was nuts.
Well, on that note.
On that note, do you want to do
yeah, let's do the... I feel like I've painted myself as a more vicious person than I normally
Well, we picked the topic
prefer.
revenge.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. Well, and it's okay to feel different feelings. And, like, I don't always have to be, like, a beacon of light. I make mistakes.
We are multifaceted. Ultimately, I wish pain and harm on no one. But if we're talking about revenge...
Except for that person.
Yeah.
No. I don't wish her pain and harm.
I don't either.
But this
I don't
was
care
a
really
nice
anymore.
little glimpse into the darker side of our hearts.
Yeah, and it's tough.
But it doesn't matter that we feel this way. What matters is how we behave.
Yeah, and the way
I mean,
we
I
behave.
guess technically we're talking about her on a podcast.
Well, again, on the topic revenge, like, we normally don't talk about her. I don't really think about her that
Our
often.
podcast is about her. Exclusively.
We rename it just her name.
Just her name. First and last.
And her net
Add
worth.
her address, followed by her net worth. The ultimate revenge.
Are you ready for a pickleback?
I'm ready for a pickleback.
Okay.
Oh, I'm breaking this lawn chair.
Today's upsetting fact.
Mm-hmm.
People, this is not like a...
So she's
well
going
known.
to give me, Bailey's going to give me an upsetting fact, and I'm going to put a positive spin on it.
Right, that's a pickleback. I'm going to give Pickle a shot that's hard to take. Pickle is going to chase it, or give us a chaser, which is just the positive spin. So this fact is pretty common knowledge, I think, but when you think about it, it is deeply upsetting. On the path up to Everest, there are 200 corpses that they can't remove.
Yeah,
And
I knew
so
that.
they're used as landmarks. How do we feel about that?
Okay, definitely upsetting, but a couple things. If
Okay.
you're up there,
Yeah.
you have a strong relationship with your own mortality. So I think
Yeah.
that you probably are not someone who would be upset by corpses as much.
Okay.
And their bodies, they will like continue to serve something that they were really passionate about, which was mountaineering. So in a way,
beautiful.
it's like almost like the best way that their ashes could have been spread. And like to have even gotten that far up Mount Everest is an accomplishment.
Yeah,
and so
it's
we are
huge.
reminded by their presence of the gravity of the task that you're taking on.
Pickle's amazing. You're amazing.
I'll take. And now back to revenge.
And back to revenge.
I wonder if they were cursed, if it was revenge on them. That's why they're frozen.
The bodies.
Yeah, the bodies.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, your family doesn't have to, preserving a body or doing that is so expensive.
Oh, so true. Your
So,
funeral's built in.
Although it costs a lot of money to go up Mount Everest, so they had probably money.
Well, not if you don't do it right.
Not if you don't do it right. Yeah, they weren't doing it right.
They had a life jacket.
They could only afford a sweater. All right, this has been a
good one. It was a little
good
dark.
cathartic, a little bit of a darker episode
Yeah.
of Hot Topic with
I feel lighter.
Pickle and Bailey. I feel
like
a little heavier, but that's okay. If you have questions, comments or concerns, you can email us
at pickleandbailey@gmail.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at
Hot Topic with Pickle and Bailey.
At Instagram.com.
Instagram.com.
Thank you for joining us. Have a beautiful day and seek some revenge.
Seek some revenge. Do it well.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up. Bye.